A number of questions coming out of that whole situation, as is expected in some cases when you have the deaths or any kind of injury of a high-ranking official. And the president yesterday said that there is going to be a team that is going to, from the military that is going to be getting into some investigation of what exactly happened, and ideally this should be made public to the citizens of the country, even as the grieving and mourning continues of not only the CDF, but those who also died alongside him, some of whom we are going to be whose families rather, we are going to be featuring on tonight's news bulletin. Now, the late Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogola, will be laid to rest on Sunday, the 21st of April, at his home in Siaya, that is in Nia, which is what we had indicated previously. Now, he has been described as a cheerful, down-to-earth man of the people by his family, as preparations for his interment continue at his ancestral home of Masumbi in Nia, and like we said, in the county of Siaya. Now, Sunday was to be full of activity for the late General Ogola, who had actually invited President William Ruto for the consecration of the newly constructed St. Thomas ACK Church in Nduru. The general was also to be part of his father's centenary birthday celebrations.
As always,
President William Ruto led top government officials to condole with the family of the late General Francis Ogola at his home in Nairobi. The president taking pride in appointing the late general as the commander of Kenya's defense forces.
over the last 1.5 years, we've had very minimal terrorist incidences in the country. It's because General Ogola was smart. He knew what to do.
General Ogola's son choosing to cheer up the mourners, saying that his father had prepared them well for his demise.
Those of you who know General and his sister Paris, they had a very cheeky smile on their face when they're doing something cheeky. I can tell you General is resting right now with a cheeky smirk on his face. So, nyinyi msivurute sura sana. Na yeye even in death anashanga, hii watu, what is the issue? It's going to be well for all of us.
In his ancestral home at Masumbi village, Alego, Songa, mourners streamed in to comfort the family of the late general. His elderly father, surrounded by his siblings, who say they are still adjusting to the news of his demise.
It's very shocking, and even up to now, we have not come to ourselves. We are here, but body-wise, we are not there so much.
The family says they last interacted with the late general 2 weeks ago, when he was home to help finalize preparations for Sunday's big events, the consecration of SCK St. Thomas Nduru and their father's 100-year birthday.
He had been a staunch member of the St. Thomas Church in Nduru, where he even assisted the church to be built, and even he provided a water tank to the primary school. This is one which he provided to Lala Primary, where he learned. And he had been helping a number of students here who had been falling out of school because of lack of school fees. And even the widows, some are getting some allowances or some small tokens every month because of him.
To the community, the late general was just one of them, humble and available to all of them.
He didn't normally put himself as a general. If he came here as a very simple person, could talk very freely, eat anything which was found here, even if it's nyoyo. He was a brother who was very aggressive. His father was saying he is somebody who is chap. He does want things which will be done later. He would like things to be accomplished in time.
The late General Ogola's will to have him buried within 3 days of his death breaks away from Luo cultural traditions that would have seen the community and the country mourn him for a fortnight. But his family says his wishes will be met.
And he told us that he would wish that he would be buried within 72 hours. He doesn't want funeral which drag for many days. And even showed us that if I die, bury me here. Showed us the place in his home. And even he questioned my sister there. I told her that you are the one who is always stubborn. Don't bring a problem during that time.
President William Ruto on Sunday will lead the country in paying their last respects to the late General Francis Ogola. On a day, the two would have shared the same platform in celebration in his rural home of Alego Usonga, Siaya County. Bridget Ngana, NTV.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya leaders